Well, Blair Campbell will be relieved because that went to touch just. Went over the touchline by about the width of a football.
Yes, possibly just a few deep breaths needed for Blair Campbell just to get back on top of his game, relax a wee bit.
Short line out from Palmerston North, and they win good ball in the middle. Now here's Campbell, looking for Cook on the charge. Body position a little bit high. Thompson charging ahead to the 22 before he's tackled. Cook's there quickly in support. That's good play. Now the backs. Morgan. Oh, Morgan's pass is not a good one, and Southie can't get to it.
Well, Palmerston North there really blew a good chance. They had numbers to spare. They really only needed to put the ball through the hands and make sure they run straight, and they couldn't do it.
Well played from Isaac Cook there to provide the support. And then what a lovely little run this was from Carl Thompson.
Good run and good body position, laid the ball back in here. As the ball moves out along the back line, Cook sort of runs across field and then threw a pass behind his winger.
Lots and lots of chatter at the line out, but Wesley have managed it. It was Tuahoko who took it into the set-up situation, and Pulianga with another nice clearance. Siu Pulianga. Now, he was injured earlier in the season, this bloke, Siu Pulianga. He did quite some damage to his shoulder, and he's taken a long time to come back, but he's back in the team now and one of the leaders for Wesley. Myers goes high for Palmerston North boys, and Hislop charges ahead. Now to Campbell. Campbell finds Cook via Ratima. Well-drilled side, Palmerston North. They're doing things very well indeed here in the forwards. Myers again goes to the setup. Now the backs have a go. Hayes on the inside chop. Here's the forwards all there again. Now there was a hand in there somewhere.
No, fellas.
And the referee says it was a white hand and it went forward.
Good little period of play that from Palmerston North boys high. Lots of continuity. Players getting there together. Little in pass. Watch the white forwards arrive to blow over the top of us. There they all come in there. That's great play.
Yes, they're a very well-drilled side, Palmerston North. You can see that in the way they go about their forward play.
In a real big hit. I want the binding on, okay? I want to sit up front. I want 6 of us together. Let's do it right. We're going to go down and hold. Yeah, we're going to go down and hold.
Referee Phil Rollinson.
White locks for the call.
Quite some detailed instruction to the front rows. He, of course, is obliged to do that.
Hold it down.
Particularly at scrum time. Pulianga, another big clearance up towards halfway. He's got a nice kick.
Certainly has. He's only a little guy, but it's got lots and lots of power. Good timing.
Line here, guys. So let's have a half. Set it for me at the front, White. Thanks.
Right, the tail gunners there. Michael Hislop for Palmerston North on the left, and Jalal Beckham for Wesley in the black jersey. But it was Peter Myers who won the line out for Palmerston. And again, the backs have a go. Little crossfield, dummy runners all over the place until Vakapuna comes in from the blindside wing. Now, he's in danger of losing this. In fact, he has. Holani has taken it away, and that's Lolohea who runs up. Stowers picks up the loose ball and fights his way ahead. He's a big man, George Stowers. This is Kepu. And now Stowers again, feeding it out wide, where the winger Tautazi does the kick and chase, and that's good play from Brent Stevenson to come across and cover defence. Tautazi, nice little kick ahead.
He's made a couple of covering tackles now. Stevenson, he does well. Good play here. Good pass from Stowers, the big lock forward. And a nice little kick along the ground. But well done from Stevenson there. Good reading of the play.
No shortage of good halfbacks in New Zealand at the moment. One of those is Rhys Duggan, and he's actually an old boy of this school here, Wesley College, where Tuahoko goes very high. Holani wheels it around, and now the backs have another run. With a couple of miss-outs, gets it to Moi Moi. Moi Moi looking for support inside. Takes a wee while to find it. And in actual fact, can't. For all his efforts, Jalal Beckham couldn't keep the ball in play. And another good backline move from Wesley College.
Prepared to chance around, lots of players running off their line. That's a pass back from Moi Moi. It just went too far. Good covering from Beckham, but he couldn't get straight enough and was driven over the touchline.
Well, that's a funny old line-out. The ball actually went to ground in the line-out. I'm sure that had a player's foot in the line-out. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Talk us through this one, Brent Anderson. You've been in a few line-outs.
You see Palmerston North going up, and it did it. Just it hit a Palmerston North player's hand as it went in, and that sort of just deviated it straight down, and they started playing football with it.
There's an injury across the far side of the field, which is what the hold-up is here. It's Big George Stowers. He was the Samoan under-17 captain last year and has come across to Wesley on a scholarship this season. 1.90 m. Look at that, 1.90 m, 108 kilos. And he's a strongly built young man. He's leaving the field too, George Stowers. That's going to be something they'll lose. And there is a replacement on for him. You'll see him wearing number 20, Daryl Harbraken, who comes on to lock.
Down and hold, Colin, down and hold. Engage!
Mapusua heading towards the goalposts for Wesley.
Back it up, keep it back.
Good defence from Palmerston North has driven them back, but Wesley have retained the ball, and they've scored! Robert Salesi Moi Moi getting in for the try. Big, strong left winger.
Well, it all came from the scrum. Great little run from Mapusua, dancing and jigging about. Goes to deck here. Good defence from Palmerston North to hold him out. They work the ball back, and it's just going to come out to the left to Moi Moi, and he's just too strong, puts a big arm out and gets it down. Great try from Wesley.
Yeah, very good try indeed. He's a big man, Moi Moi, and when he got the chance, but this was a great run, this from Mapusua, which set it up. The forwards did well because Palmerston North fought them back here. They were going backwards quite quickly, and here's Moi Moi through 2 tackles. Pulianga with the conversion of Moi Moi's try. He's pulled it round. So the conversion unsuccessful for Salesi Moi Moi's try. Here's another look at it. And they're pretty happy about it as well. 13 points to 3. Wesley lead Palmerston North boys high. Kepu puts it into the setup situation. I think he lost that. Ooh, he was in danger of losing it. The referee's saying it was a tackle. That's Grant Webb, number 8 for Palmerston North. He was a Central Region rep, and by all accounts went very close indeed to the New Zealand team.
He did well there too. Would have forced the turnover. Referee ruling it as a tackle, however.
Pulianga's kick bounces back towards Wesley, where Moi Moi takes it on the first bounce. Mapusua again making ground and breaking tackles. Kairua digs in and gets it out. Pulianga out to Mapusua. Holani running like a back out in the back line. Lester Holani, captain for the day, he's going to go, not quite all the way. That is the Palmerston North goal line. What a run from this big bloke here, Lester Holani, and doesn't he know it?
He's quite happy about it. Great little short ball and he's off, good fend, and just keeps going. The legs are like tree stumps and they're pumping up and down. Sights the line, just couldn't quite get there, dragged down a metre short.
He's got a props problem, you see, was just a little bit too short to get to the try line. All 119 kilograms of Lester Holani, captain on the day. Wesley, they'll use their backs. Moy again on the inside crunch. That's good defence from Matt Hayes. Kepu will score.
Where fans are delighted, and why shouldn't they be? Wesley threatening to run away with the schoolboys final. And here's Kepu. He's just too strong. And he's not too short either. He just got the big arm out there and down the ball went over the line.
He's a wonderful athlete.
Come in a metre if you want. Yep, there.
Big fend, that's what made it. And hey, his teammates are halfway back to halfway before all that's happened. They knew it was a try as soon as he got his hands on the ball. Sione Kepu.
Hold him still, Darren. Hold him still.
Jonah Lomu watching this, and he's watched Sione Kepu, who's modelled himself on Lomu, I would say, score his second try of the day. And they're having an early half-time huddle. Joeli Vinderi there. He's another Wesley old boy. Pulianga's conversion is good. 20 points to 3. Wesley College comfortably ahead of Palmerston North. We've been playing half an hour in what will be a 35-minute half. And a quick restart from Palmerston. But it may come to nothing.
So when things start to go wrong, they can go very wrong. And another little error from Palmerston North boys that could prove very costly. The kick-off has gone into the in-goal area. Wesley have forced it down, and we come all the way back to halfway for another scrum.
Blair Campbell saw the ball sitting on the halfway line, waiting for the kick-off. I think his idea was a good one. Get in behind the Wesley players while they were busy celebrating the converted try. But it didn't quite come that way. Kepu again. Have they turned this over, Wesley? Yes, they have. It's in the Palmerston North side of the ruck. Brent Stevenson's kick is down towards the goal line. It's a good one. Tonga Tutai with the clearance. Is it going over? Yes, it is.
So Tonga Tutai hasn't had a lot to do on defence today. It's probably the first time he's been called on.
This was the turnover. Now, somewhere in here, oh yeah, there just simply were not enough black jerseys around.
Now, good play from that well-drilled Palmerston North forward pack again, just to get over the top of Kepu.
Wait, come on, hands off.
Palmerston North go towards the back. Stevenson makes the dive. Morgan at centre and Vakapuna. Morgan again. Forwards just a little bit slow, some of them getting there, and that's allowed Wesley to turn it over. And very good play indeed by Michael Hislop, the open side flanker, to usher that ball into touch, and then they play on quickly. Matt Hayes' kick does not go to touch, but oops. Case of the dropsies there for Tautazi. Actually, I've accused the wrong man. That's Tonga Tutai, the fullback.
Wasn't a great pass, though, from Tuahoko, sort of dipping at his knees.
We're down and hold. Engage! Putting it in. Stay bound, Black, binding on.
Stevenson puts it in and takes it out and goes for the box kick.
You're okay now. Go on in.
Tautazi got in underneath it and got in well, and he got support from Tonga Tutai. But there was a knock on him there.
And Brett Stevenson, the Palmerston North Boys High School halfbacks, impressed me today. Some good options.
Binding on, Lucy, stay on.
And it was a good box kick there, nice and high, allowed his team to get forward, put pressure on the Wesley boys and earn a scrum.
Well, here's Stevenson again. And it's his passing skills that we see this time.
Release quickly, release
Morgan
it.
gets hammered in the tackle.
No, it's not going to come. Tackle ball. White scrum.
Now, reminder here as the referee looks at his watch that we play 35-minute halves in schools rugby.
On your feet. Both sets of forwards on your feet.
Some big tackling going in there. Grant Morgan hitting the ball up. And Mapasua, a great tackle.
No, I'm not happy. And the last one wasn't good either. I want you to stay over the mark, okay? There it is. It's there for that reason. Doc. Go in and hold. Yeah, where you go then? Where you go? Go and get it tidied up behind the ear.
I think we've got a blood problem here with one of the Wesley players. Oh, yes, there it is.
Crouch it down. Engage!
Plenty of time to get that tidied up, though, at half-time. There will be.
No, we're okay. Let it go now. Let it go!
Meanwhile, Palmerston North have taken this ball onto the 22. Ratima. Little knock on there, unfortunately, from Nick Barton. Ratima questioning that.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
But the referee was dead right.
Yes, Ratima shaking his head there.
Thank you.
Good little run as he flicks the ball up, it comes forward.
Okay.
And taken by another player. And that was the knock on.
Holding. Engage!
Kairua again with a quick feed to the scrum. He gets the hook, and that's a wonderful kick from Nick Kairua. And that brings up the end of the first half. Well, that's been a pretty exciting first half, really, Brent Anderson. Wesley College well in control at 20 points to 3, 3 tries to 0, and they've shown some pretty strong play in that time, haven't they?
Very, very powerful, very strong, and when they've got down close to the Palmerston North boys' high line, they've taken the most of their opportunities, scored some tries, used their strength and power to crash their way over. 2 tries to Kepu. He just looks like an exact replica of John Alomu.
So there it is, half-time. Sione Kepu scored 2 tries, Salesi Moimoy has 1, and at the break, Wesley College, there are their supporters, lead Palmerston North Boys High School by 20 points to 3. Good play from Wesley. They've blown over the top and won possession. Moimoy came in off his wing. Kairua digs in deep, finds Kepu. Kepu's already scored 2 tries. He's taken it to the 22, or near enough to it. Ratu. That's Mapasua. He's put headgear on, having had a cut on his head, looked after at half-time. Now there's the goal line in the background. Wesley driving ahead. Good play that from Palmerston North to snuff it out. Isaac Cook was involved in it, and so too was Carl Thompson.
So they did well to stop it because they were really under pressure. Here's Mapasua's run. Great determination, good body position. Some good skills shown by these first 15 players today.
So Lala Mapasua at second 5'8" for Wesley's had a very big game. Now look at this for a position for Wesley in attack. Mapasua runs the dummy and allows Pulianga to go towards the line. Hislop's stolen it for Palmerston. And now the way is clear for Vakapuna. He does the kick and chase, and it's not over yet. Yeah, little knock on, unfortunately, from Blair Stevenson.
Take the first one, black.
But the referee says that, in fact, the black man for Wesley knocked it on first, and that was Jalal Beckham.
Did good work to get back Beckham there. But unfortunately, the ball, as it bounced back over his head, just touched his hand, so he was deemed as knocking it on first.
Actually, no, that was good work from Beckham because the scrum was down there by the goalposts, and he's got back to halfway and covered a fence. Carl Thompson standing off the scrum, so one of the backs must have been in that scrummage. You must have 8 men in the scrum. Thompson was standing off making the run for Palmerston North. That's the Wesley 10-metre mark. Tonga Tutai makes ground. Now he's well caught there by Peter Myers, and that won't come out.
Black ball, tackle. Hold the weight over the mark, guys. Don't push over the mark. White, you listening to me? Don't push over the mark. Down, hold, down, hold. Engage!
Pulianga. Big kick down towards the 22 where Scott Walsh is safe in defence. Oh dear, that didn't go over Palusa. And he gets support from Ratu. Big, strong, charging run from Lolohea. Pulianga. Pulianga looking to go over the top of Vakapuna. Now,
we'll tidy up, guys. It was taken in the catch. Forward wide, flag scrum.
Here's Joshua Vakapuna.
Here we are, guys. Over the mark only, okay? To the mark.
Good little kick there and a double knock on, and amongst all that, the referee forced to blow it up.
Come on, Black. Don't twist the ball. Put it in square.
Kairua puts it in, takes it out, and once again the back's running all sorts of dummy runners. Tautazi was the man in the end on the angle who took it.
No, you're going in and I'm going to pick you. I'm going to pick you off, Skip. You're going in offside.
And the referee's warning the Palmerston North forwards that their offside play is going to result in a penalty before much longer at this tackle situation.
Down and hold, please.
Wesley Back's using a little cut move there. Tautasi coming in, and then the Palmerston North boys forwards just swamping it.
Well, the passing skills again not quite good enough. Tonga Tutai got one in behind his shoulder. There was no way in the world he was going to catch that, short of a miracle.
Here we are, here's your mark.
So often with moves like that, the timing is crucial, and he just sort of overruns it a bit and gets the ball just fired slightly behind him and could never drag it in.
There's a little bit of rain coming in to the Pukekohe Stadium at the moment. And that may make the ball just a little bit slippery. There's a good crowd in, and many of them diving for the cover of the main stand now, ticket or no. Here come Palmerston North boys high with a very good run indeed from fullback Scott Walsh. But then the handling wasn't quite up to it with his rest of his players, and Wesley have turned the ball over. Pulianga, knowing that there's not too much cover back there for Palmerston, puts the kick in, but it bounces kindly for Morgan, who gets upended. Stevenson again, left-footed kicker, doesn't find touch. Tuahoko with a chip and chase down the touchline, which is not the recommended way for lock forwards to play the game.
Brings joy to my heart and a way to see the Locks trying their skills. Great tackle though. Jonathan Southey just absolutely upended. There's the chip, didn't quite get it high enough.
You can see the rain drifting in over the houses in the back there. And that's a shame if that spoils conditions not only for this game but also for the match to follow, Counties Manukau against Otago in the Air New Zealand NPC. That of course will kick off about 2:35, so hang around for that one. Sione Kepu charging ahead towards the goalpost. You can just see the goalpost in the top right of that picture. Stevenson with some runners outside him. Lolohea's hand just got in and spoiled the pass.
Thank you.
And that was a valuable bit of defence, that by Hanoa Lolohea, number 21.
Black scrum.
Did well Stevenson, a darting little run here, hard on defence, backs himself, which is good. And the referee ruled that a knock on, but I don't actually think it was. I think it was Lolohea, his hand knocking the ball back.
Indeed it was, and there was numbers out there for Palmerston North as well, whose scrum is going very, very well.
Palmerston North boys scrum has been well outweighed. I think it was about 100 kgs difference. It shows what technique does. They're nice and low, they've got a good solid front row.
And once again the Palmerston scrum goes forward. And that's good ball for Blair Campbell. Now, his kick didn't find touch. Tonga Tutai. Into space? No, it's not space because Southey's down there.
Here it is here, guys.
In fact, it's not Southey, it's a replacement on in Michael Southey. not Jonathan Southey. Spell their names differently, but said much the same.
His first touch of the ball there for Michael Southey, and he coughed it forward.
He's come on at fullback by the look of what I can see of the alignment of the Palmerston backline. So I guess we've lost Scott Walsh. Wesley with possession 40 metres out. Passing and handling skills again letting them down. And the forwards must be hating this because they're going back.
Coming forward.
And that's not something that the Wesley forwards will be terribly interested in, going back 15 metres from a scrum or a line-out.
And for it to be Palmerston North boys' ball, but this shower of rain that's passing over the stadium at the moment, I don't think it's going to come to much for the main game, but it is just making the ball slippery, and the boys have got to adjust to it, shorter passes, and really concentrate on their handling.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope it is a shower of rain, and I hope it is passing over. Tonga Tutai fields the ball in the covers and makes a little bit of ground, which allows his forwards time to get there.
You're off your feet, you've got it.
And the referee quickly calls that a tackle.
Going forward. I want you to stay up, White, please.
Grant Webb, yet again there. Number 8, White, Grant Webb, has been in an awful lot of loose play today. He really gets himself about the park, and he's quite a big man. He's over 1.90 m tall. Kairua's kick into the box is a good one. And that's great hands from Kairua, looking for support inside and out. There's nobody there, sets the ball up. His opposite number, Stevenson, pinches it. Now, 4-1, Wesley are outnumbering Palmerston in that tackle situation, and they win the ball. Good play, that.
You're all way down together.
This was a lovely little kick into the box by Kairua. Southey couldn't handle it. And then Kairua in support just about got to the goal line, but he was brought down a few metres short, and that's where the scrum is.
And great backing up from his own kick there to make sure he stay involved in play.
The backs are going to have a go. Kick and chase into the in-goal area. And of all the options that were available, I would have thought that would have been the last choice.
The skipper will call that if he wants it.
Yep, the moment you kick away that ball on little kicks like that, you're really giving it to the opposition and saying, see what you can do with it.
Well, hang on, because there's been a charge down at the 22 dropout. Palmerston North have managed to retain possession, and Barton goes into the centre. Stevenson digs it out. Nick Cook. Isaac Cook. I'm sorry. Look at him charging ahead. The bear, they call him. Morgan's kick ahead is being followed up by Southey.
Black, come out! Come out! Keep coming!
Now, drop ball by Stevenson. Good follow-up play by Beckham, but he's beaten. And the kick down the touchline dribbles out inside the 22.
Great little nudge there from Stevenson. He didn't have much room to work in. He was only about a metre out from the touchline. He managed to keep the ball in play. And this really is the first time in quite some time that Palmerston North Boys High have managed to get down inside the Wesley 22.
Okay, let's go. You right here, Darren? White, please. Black, straighten it. Straighten over. Black. Hands waiting. Waiting.
Lolohea feeds the ball, and they've won it, Wesley. Good in defence. Stowers is the man driving it away. There's that rain coming down quite heavily now. And Kairua's kick goes into touch. Now, Palmerston North have thrown us a bit of a slidey one here, because I see a man's come into play on the left wing without a number on his jersey.
No, I'm right at the moment,
So what I'm trying to do here, there we go. If somebody could find out who he is, I'd be very grateful.
Come on, White, here's your line here. Move it over. Good. Okay, buddy.
This doesn't make it easy.
Hold it, Black. Wait. Turnover, in black and down. White scrum.
Good driving play from the Wesley players, but they couldn't clear the ball when the referee required it from them all, and that's a turnover.
Down and hold, guys. Engage! Good, put it.